In this video, we're going to take a look at alternatives to the Microsoft Whiteboard. After hundreds and hundreds of hours of using the Microsoft Whiteboard for remote meetings and teaching, the latest update has taken away features that are really essential to those tasks. So it's time to look at some alternatives to the Microsoft Whiteboard. Let's take a look at two alternatives to the Microsoft Whiteboard that you can use in order to effectively conduct remote meetings and teach. Microsoft has released the new update to the Microsoft Whiteboard for the desktop. So now my web interface, my meeting interface, and my desktop interface are all the same consistent experience for the whiteboard. Unfortunately, and I've got a video on the channel that explains this, I think that the experience has been degraded, not improved. There are some things I do like. We have templates, which are quite nice. However, basic functionality, and I won't reiterate this, I have another video where I talk about this extensively. Basic functionality like cut and paste are not there. Basic functionality like importing an image from the web is not there. Importing a PDF, a Word document, a PowerPoint. Unfortunately, I will say that I think it's time to start looking at some alternatives to the Microsoft Whiteboard until a point in time is reached where some of these features return, because at this point in time, some of that core functionality is so evidently not in place that it really becomes unusable for most teaching scenarios where we want to insert images, we want to insert PDFs, we want to actually work a little bit more broadly than what we have here. You can see my other video. I'll post to it at the end of this video. I'll give a link to it where you can see where I break down some of what I consider the failings of the new Microsoft Whiteboard. So let's look at some alternatives to the Microsoft Whiteboard and what we can do to have an effective whiteboard for teaching. There are a couple of alternatives to the Microsoft Whiteboard that I'll be focusing more on now that I don't have those features that I want in the Microsoft Whiteboard. One of the alternatives I use is HeyHi, and I have an entire video that I have on the channel on how to use the tool. A couple of things. One, I get a wide variety of pens, pen thickness. All of this is available to me as well, so I can go in and do all sorts of things here. The undo feature is in there. Obviously, a big thing for me is if I go in and say pop in a shape in here like a rectangle, so I'll just draw a rectangle in there. I can copy that multiple times if I want to, so you can increase the size of it. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with HeyHi. Like Microsoft's new whiteboard, if I go to insert an image, I don't get a search engine function here, so I can't search Google Images and I can't search Bing. But what I can do is open a secondary window, and you can see here that if I go in, I've got all these images of cats. If I right click on an image here and I copy the image, so I'll just copy the image, because HeyHi does have the copy paste function, if I go onto the canvas here and I hit Control V, I can paste that image onto my canvas. So you can see it uploads it. It takes a few moments, but now I have my cat on there, and I can also copy it and I can work with it. I can make it smaller. I can do all sorts of cool things using the images. And that's a big thing for me for teaching. I want to be able to both draw concepts, and I may want to pull images from internet searches so that I can demonstrate concepts. There are, of course, some challenges to the product as well. The fact I can't directly search an image, but I can go in and insert a document. So if I go in, I can insert a document such as a PDF or a Word document. So that's pretty handy for me. I can move around the canvas as well. And there are some neat things. Like I say, I have an entire video on this channel on HeyHi, and I'll make sure to link to it so that you can go and check out the product more fully. But that's one alternative to the Microsoft Whiteboard now that they've taken away a lot of the functionality. And there is some other cool features in there, like I can actually use a device to draw using touch, so I don't have to go and get a tablet or anything. It'll give me a little QR code that I can go in, and I can scan that on my iPad or my tablet and then use my tablet to draw. You can even use a phone as well. The other alternative that we have is one called Miro, and there's a free version or a free tier on Miro that looks pretty good, so I could share this browser window out. Now the problem with the browser window version of Miro is I don't have a pen, and that's probably a deal stopper. I'm not going to use the web-based version of Miro just because of this, but if you download, you can download Miro for Mac and for Windows. And so what you can, as well as iOS and Android, and you can even get it for larger displays. And when you download the desktop version of Miro, then you do get a pen. And if you go to the pen here, so I can go in here, I can grab a pen, I can change the color of the pen, I'll make it a green pen. I can go in and modify elements of the pen in here. For example, I've got the green pen, well, it just tells me that I have the green pen in here. And now if I go in to the pen, I can draw using that pen in here. I can modify properties of the pen. I can do a number of things. And if you don't have the desktop app, that's where you don't get the ability to have a pen. So I obviously need a pen for what I'm doing. When it comes to things such as interacting with the board, you can do a number of other things there as well. For example, I already have that cat picture that I took. So I took the cat picture there, so I can paste it in here as well. So you can do a copy and paste there to get images in there from the internet. It actually gives me some cool features here on the internet, on the image as well. So for example, I can, again, duplicate it. I can go in and I can download this image, add it to saved files. So I could maybe I take a picture of a cat, bring it into Miro, talk about it with the students, modify the image, and then add it to my saved files so I can put that into the class notes or whatever the case may be. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to use the Microsoft Whiteboard? Are you going to use one of the solutions I presented in this video or something else? Comment down below. Meanwhile, here's a complete tutorial on the HeyHi solution, as well as a video on how you can share content from camera in Microsoft Teams and use a real whiteboard if that's your preference. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, do all those great YouTubey things, and we'll see you in the next video.